What's going on, everybody? Chris here. Thank you for tuning in to Wicked Digger. I have a special opening today of the Nokta Double Score. We're going to get into this box, open it up, but before we do, we're going to check it out. I'm going to show you some of the features it has and what the box looks like, and then we're going to put this thing together and show you what it's all about. So here's the box here, and that's just as it comes. I haven't even opened it yet. You can see right away a picture of the machine here, some information, and a picture of both of the units here. So you have the Nokta Score in green and the Double Score in blue. So the green Nokta Score is going to be a very basic, just turn on machine, turn on and go. I don't believe there's even ground balance that's in that one. It's very basic. So if you're just beginning, just starting off a machine, you might want to start with that one so you don't have to be confused with any other settings, advanced settings that the Double Score has. Both machines are simultaneous multi-frequency, and they're both going to have the 3 search modes, park, field, and beach. And that's it. No park 1, no park 2, no gold mode, nothing like that, just park, field, and beach. And simultaneous multi-frequency. Both are waterproof up to 5 meters or 16 feet and Bluetooth enabled. So they do not come with headphones. However, if you have, say you had a Nokta Legend as I do, I'm going to use the headphones for the Legend for this machine. As well as if you have a Bluetooth low latency headphones, they'll work for this as well. The low latency is what is important. Otherwise, you'll get a lag from the time that you swing over an item in the ground to the time that it reaches your earpiece. You're just not going to have an accurate reading to where it is in the ground. So low latency is very important when you're dealing with something like that. Fully carbon fiber shaft, and it comes with a 12-inch by 9-inch waterproof DD search coil with a cover on it, of course. And you can see it has a 3-year warranty and park, field, and beach mode. So being a simultaneous multi-frequency machine, this is going to be great for land, for beach, for everything. You can see some of the stuff here. Auto noise cancellation, 60 target IDs and harmonic tones. So you have a 60 scale for VDI scale. It's not going to be 100 like some machines are. It's going to be just like the Nokta Legend is with a 60 target scale. And you'll be able to do, with the Double Score, you'll be able to do tone pitch. I don't think you can do that with the normal basic score. Double Score, you'll be able to change a lot of the tones and tone pitch on stuff. Easy operation as it's written there. It does have vibration mode, backlit LCD screen with the flashlight. It is very lightweight and long battery life and online firmware updates. Should there be anything that Nokta updates on it, they want to always make sure that they have a good machine out there. If there happens to be any bugs in any way, they will do an online firmware update. If there's something that a lot of end users say, hey, I really wish it had this, I really wish it had that, and we get a lot of call for something specific, they may look into that and go, you know what, that's a good idea, we're going to update it, and then you will have an online firmware update. If you're ever not sure, if you go onto NoktaDetectors.com, you can click on the machine through the website, and you could look at the online updates and see if there's ever one up. Whether you hear about it and need to update it, you can see it there. Or if you just want to look out of curiosity at some point, like, geez, I haven't heard anything, let me look. In a year from now or something, maybe there's an update that you didn't realize. But we're going to get into it, open it up, and check it out. All right, let's get right into this. As I mentioned, this is literally the first time I'm opening it too. It's been sitting in my room here, but I haven't opened it. So this is exactly how it comes here. You can see the carbon fiber shaft. See the detector here, it's still strapped in. The coil's underneath here. You have your user manual. You have your charging coil. You have your hardware for the coil. And you have your arm strap, which I personally myself do not use the arm strap. But if you do, the arm strap is there. This is the same cable as the Nokta Legend and the Simplex lines. So it has the same connector for it, USB adapter here. And then you have your hardware. Okay, so you have the grommets here that go into the center of the coil. Then you have your bolt and nut. Make sure that's always in there in the proper orientation. You have your carbon fiber shaft. Your quick cam lock here. Obviously this end goes to your coil, but your coil gets clamped here. And then this end here is going to go up into the machine. You can see right here, there is a small little mark here. That's basically your maxed out point where when you have the arm cuff shaft of the machine down here, that's about where the machine should sit to keep it as stable as possible. I don't believe there's one of those on the bottom, but there might be. No, there is not a notch on the bottom. So if you get it to a certain point where you like, by all means, you can put a little mark here. This is nice and tight, and it's super light. Super light. Nice. All right. Set that aside for now. We're going to get into the machine. Take these straps off. I would definitely hang on to these straps because they're good for putting around your coil wire and attaching it to the shaft of the detector. Keep everything stable. There's a quick look at the machine itself. The unit does have a protective cover on it for shipping here. And this is where your coil is going to go into. This is where wired headphones would go into. This is also your charging port here as well. So once you connect the coil here, you don't have to disconnect it for any time unless you're changing coils or doing anything like that of that nature. Everything charging in headphones is going to go through here. Of course, if you use Bluetooth headphones, as I do, you only need that for charging. That's your LED light there and your speaker here as well. There's your other cam lock where the shaft goes in there. So basically when you put the shaft in, as I mentioned, where that mark is there, you'll basically put it together. And where that mark is, that's where your point is, where it's going to be the best, most firm in there. Obviously, the further you go out, say you didn't put it down enough on the shaft, you might have some wiggle room. That's why it's important to put that down. There's a little rubber damper in there, and you're good to go. Let's see if I can set this here for a moment. Get the coil out, and everything will be out of the box. So there's your coil. And this is the same coil that was used. I shouldn't say the same coil. It is the same style coil. The Double Score, the Score, and the Nokta Legend are not compatible with switching these coils. Okay, so if you have a small coil for your Nokta Legend, it is not going to work on this machine. Okay, this is the coil that this comes with. This is the coil that works. This, you cannot put this on the Legend. You cannot put the smaller or bigger coils on the Score as either. So the coils are different. So you do have to keep that in mind. You know, if it's something that you had in mind that you thought you may be able to do, you cannot, unfortunately. Get the box out of the way there. I'm going to set this down. I'm going to take the hardware apart here, and we're going to put that together on the coil. And one other thing I have here, I'm going to put on real quick. Get this all undone. I have 2 snake skins that I purchased from Andy O'Neill from We Dig Metal Detectors. This one I'm going to put on my Legend. It's the orange Hunter one, and I have the red, white, and blue one I'm going to put on the Double Score here. I am going to be going live at some point soon, not 100% sure yet, but keep the notifications on and keep an eye out for that. And I'm going to be giving one of these away on one of my live videos soon coming up. So keep an eye on that, and we'll give one of those away. So I'm going to get that snake skin on here, which is not a very hard thing to do. You just have to kind of compress the snake skin a little bit and get it over the coil, because you can see it doesn't quite fit unless you expand it a little bit and get it over there. Once you get it over it, then it goes on pretty easily. You just have to scrunch it a little bit and slide it on. So, see, it's already going better and better. I'm going to finish getting this on, and then we're going to wrap cable around the shaft here and get the coil mounted, and I'll bring it right back on. Alright, so I have the snake skin on the cable here. Put the rubber grommets inside here. And we're going to put that onto the coil. Line it up just right. Put the nut on, and I'm not going to put it on very tight for now. I'm just going to snug it up there. You can see even just snug, I mean, that's really not even tight. Look at both of my hands are here. It's already standing straight up pretty good. So we're going to wrap the wire around. You always want to make sure your cable is wrapped snugly around. You don't want it too tight. You do want a little bit of wiggle room, but you also don't want it too loose either. Too loose is just as bad, and too loose can create some issues if the coil is hanging, if the wire is hanging over your coil. Obviously it can pick up on the copper wire that's inside. So on the connector, there's a little notch right here. That notch goes to the forward of the machine. So where that notch is, you're going to put that in the forward portion of the charging port of the coil connector of the machine, and you're going to push it in, and you're going to tighten the threads of the nut a little bit, and then you're going to push that cable in again. Make sure it's seated fully. Okay, I do that a couple of times, and then we fully tighten the nut. If you don't do that, sometimes this cable won't connect all the way in, so you want to make sure that's in all the way. Push my snake skin up a little bit, and now I'm going to snug it up just a little bit more. So I have one of the cable straps here. I'm going to loosen it up and bring it around the snake skin so that I can tie the coil cable to the shaft a little bit here. Okay, there we go. Now you have that. Now there's plenty of wiggle room here. It's not too tight, not too loose. You want to make sure that when you move your detector shaft, that this has, is not too tight where it causes tension, because you don't want it to pull on the wires. And as I mentioned, you don't want it too loose where it might ball up and go over your coil, and it'll make it seem like you're going over signals all the time. And as I mentioned with these that were holding the machine in place in the box, you can use these just the same to put around your upper part. I'll put it like maybe in both of them, actually in the just above the mid portion. Just to help keep it snug. Keep that wire in place. So we have the bottom one that is on the cable itself. And I have one just above this. I don't want to put it below, because if I put it below here, when I collapse the shaft, this will disturb it. It will get in the way. So I'll leave one here. And then I'll probably put one up here just for the heck of it. just because I want to make sure that this, and you don't have to do this. This is for me. This is more for me personally, that I just want it like this. Get that right. And that's it. So our machine is 100% together and connected. And we're going to peel this off because I don't need that anymore. Don't want it on there anymore. And we're going to turn it on real quick. Now, I have no idea where the settings are on this. We're going to turn it on. I'm going to turn the volume down right away because I am indoors. It's probably not going to sound good. There's going to be a lot of chatter, I'm sure, from EMI and stuff like that. So you got your power button here, all your control panel buttons here. This will be going into your menu, and we'll have to see. So push the button, hold it for a second or two, turns on. All right, there we go. Sensitivity down. You can see as you're pushing here, that's going through your frequencies. So you have M1, multi-1, multi-2, multi-3, and then single frequency 15 kilohertz. You can see here, this is going to be your sensitivity scale. So sensitivity goes up to 10. This will be your depth scale. Then you have your modes up here. Excuse me. You have park, field, and beach mode. You can see there's a user 1 up here, so there's probably going to be multiple user profiles that you can save, and you have your battery life up here. You're going to see your other all metal, ground stability, iron. So you have all the different modes there. And if you press the power button one single time, that's going to go into your menu. I believe that's going to be noise cancel there. That's going to be a recovery speed. It's got three recovery speeds, 1, 2, and 3. Probably keep mine at 2 for the most part. But we'll keep doing that. This may be iron. I got to look into it because I'm not even sure myself. I got to look into the manual and see what these are. But I could see a couple nails and a coin there, so it's got to be some kind of discrimination. We have volume, your light, backlight here. Which of course, the brighter you have it, the more, that must be automatic. Brighter you have it, the more it's going to kill your battery. There's Bluetooth where you're going to connect your headphones. Here is the user profile, so there is 2 user profiles. And then this is where you can notch stuff out. And you have your flashlight here in vibration mode. Excellent. So that's basically the double score in a nutshell. I will learn more about this and go through the manual myself. As I mentioned, I haven't even gone through the manual myself yet. So there's only so much I know about this. It is very similar to the Legend in the way that, the menu is set up and the options it has. And multi-frequency 1, 2, 3. The Legend has multiple single frequencies, where this one here, as I showed you, only has 15 kilohertz, which basically turns it into like a Simplex Ultra. And that's basically it. So I'm very excited for this machine. I hope that if you're looking for a machine like this, you definitely consider this. It's definitely going to be a good machine, no doubt about it. Multi-frequency. This thing is very light. No doubt it's going to be easy to swing all day long. Has a nice arm cuff on it, carbon fiber shaft. This coil has been great for the Legend. It's going to be fantastic for this as well. Hopefully I'll be able to go out to some beaches at some point with it as well. check it out on the saltwater beaches around here. And but till then, we're going to be hitting the dirt with it very shortly, and see how it performs. I'm excited to use it, so I hope you're excited to see what it's all about. And the more I learn about it, the more I will share with you. If you have any questions, please let me know. Comment below. Email me if you like. My email is always in the description of my videos, and we could chat about it. If you have any questions, be more to help you in any way that I can. I'll be happy to. So, again, thank you very much for all your support. Thank you for coming by. And keep an eye out. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel. Make sure that you ring the bell for notifications. You could win a snakeskin coil cover, coil cable cover from We Dig Metal Detectors, and some other stuff too, because I will be doing other giveaways as well. But yeah, so thank you very much. Until then, wicked happy hunting.